It gave me a sense of belonging. Everybody knows everybody. And if you don't behave on the street, I can say to you, I'm going to call your mom.
Everyone just knows each other and everyone will say hi and everyone will ask you how you're doing.
It was really a beautiful surprise when I moved to Philadelphia in 1980 because I went, wow, you have a Chinatown here? I mean, Chinatown to me was when we had family reunions at my house. That was Chinatown.
The whole city of Philadelphia is made up of neighborhoods. And that's the key here. This is a neighborhood.
Chinatown is more than just restaurants or before sewing factories. It's a community. This is what we do. This is how we raise our children. This is how we all help each other.
PCDC was founded in 1966 by a group of community activists wanting to save their homes and our community from the Vine Street Expressway, which was being proposed to build right through Chinatown.
I had the misfortune of losing my husband when I was very young. He passed away of leukemia. I was only 34 years old, and I had 3 children who were going to Holy Redeemer School. I had gotten a notice in 1960 that I was going to be evicted from the house because of a major urban renewal project.
The interchange between Vine Street Expressway and I-95 was so big, it was condemning a lot of buildings in Chinatown, including the Holy Redeemer Church and the school. So the community was doing our best to protest, so I got myself involved.
The focus of our lives was in the church. I mean, just not going to church per se, weddings, burials, everything happened at that church. And so we, as a community, could not afford to lose it. We thought, well, it's a church, the Archdiocese will take care of us. But when we went to the Archdiocese, they said, we're sorry, but if the state wants to take it, we have no choice. So we decided to take it on.
It was fierce, if I have to say. People sitting on bulldozers. We were actually in the process of learning the political process in Philadelphia.
所以今日呢，我哋大家都要聯合起嚟，要求省政府，要求市政府，將佢獻罪過完成個計劃。
I went around calling for a town meeting, the first town meeting ever in Chinatown, and I was the first woman to speak out. Through that town meeting, we formed a committee for the preservation and advancement of the Chinese community.
What you see today, the interchange between Vine Street Expressway and the I-95 is what we call the reduced scope. And that is how we saved Holy Redeemer Church and the school, some of the additional demolitions from demolition.
Although we cherish Chinatown, people outside the community and the government really didn't understand the importance of Chinatown. And they saw Chinatown as a neighborhood that was blighted and needed a lot of help to redevelop. Every 7 years, it seemed like the government would propose some kind of urban renewal project that would harm our community.
喺呢個 convention hall， 我就覺得佢呢個計劃就係最創就係北咗條車厘街 ，limit 咗我哋行街。
We knew that that was a need of the whole city. We learned how to negotiate. For any house that we lost, we got a brand new one.
And then there was a big thing around the neighborhood, which was build no stadium.
If you see the Vine Street Expressway now, and 2 blocks down is going to be a ballpark. Who wants to live next to a ballpark?
Stadium 嗰陣時，我都有去遊行抗議，係啊，驚佢即係整咗之後咧，整到個唐人街咧變咗多咗啲醉貓喺度，我都有去遊行啊。
Chinatown has no government service. There's no playground, there's no health clinic, there is no library, there's no public school.
The only thing you have from the city There's a police station and a fire station. You don't have a library, you don't have a medical center, you don't have anything else. A police station and a firehouse.
I mean, in Chinatown, there's really only two places to hang out when you were a little kid. Holy Redeemer Church, and then the Chinese Christian Church and Center. They had a playground as well with a basketball court. Me and my friends, we would just play in the streets. Football on the streets, hockey in the streets. Sometimes we put like empty cans on the street and watch like cars run them over.
We need to have spaces where people can relax, exercise, congregate.
Every single neighborhood in Philadelphia has a city-owned and operated recreation center. Chinatown never had one.
Right now, there's a high-rise building being constructed at the 10th and Vine and may solve some of that problem.
We're building a 20-story, 150 apartment building with commercial office space, ground floor retail, but most importantly, a 17,000 square foot community center. If the economy in Chinatown is rising, then it's important that we figure out how to ensure that people of all income levels share in that prosperity.
And we want to ask, where do you live, work, play, or worship in the area?
This way, okay.
The biggest community concerns on our radar have been speeding in the corridor, making it feel unsafe for all pedestrians with children, seniors, families to cross and use the space. Long crossing distances that also sort of create a barrier between Chinatown and North Chinatown, Kellow Hill area. Is generally very oriented toward cars. It was designed along with the Vine Street Expressway. We're at a point in urban planning and transportation planning where we're questioning some of the priorities and values that were baked into those decisions and thinking about how we can retrofit what we have, but also serving the local community a little bit better and thinking more broadly about how people get around.
I really like this project because Chinatown is really congested with the traffic. They are thinking about the safety for the senior and then for the children.
Tens of thousands of cars come through here every single day. It's dangerous for our children that cross that highway to go to school. It's dangerous for our senior citizens, our families, and just everyday worker or resident that crosses that highway.
You have some people who don't look at the community. They just want to come in, build something, make money, and then they leave.
There are potential benefits to a growing population that's always tied in with things like increasing housing prices and things that can make it difficult for communities to stay where they want to be.
I fear that with housing getting more expensive and with land becoming more expensive here, that a lot of the small businesses will be unable to afford to stay here. And that the only businesses that can come here are like the big chain stores. That would be really sad because the small businesses, that's what gives Chinatown its character.
We don't want to be gentrified. We want the community that we have, people who really need Chinatown, to be able to stay here.
Even though we all come from different parts of China or not China at all, but we've all really banded together and fought for our place here.
I don't want a business district, I want a neighborhood.
Get involved. Get involved, we need your help.
The first step in being involved in Chinatown is understanding Chinatown and understanding the struggles that we've faced and fight for.
Regardless of wherever I am, I think Chinatown will always be that special, precious neighborhood or community that I'll always call home.